The goods produced in a given country will be sold in that country's currency. Naturally, not all countries can produce everything they need, and hence they will need to buy goods from other countries. To do this, they need to acquire that country's currency. This is where the foreign exchange market comes into play. In this market, countries exchange different types of currencies. Because a given amount of different currencies can buy different amounts of products, an exchange rate is established. Trip. There's 4 different things that affect a foreign exchange market, and you can remember them by TRIP. The T stands for taste and trends. R stands for interest rates. I stands for change in income. And P stands for change in prices. For the foreign exchange market, you need to draw 2 graphs, like so. 2 graphs because there's 2 different currencies engaged in the process of exchanging currencies. One graph, each graph is for one currency, and the x-axis is the quantity of the currency, and the y-axis is the price of that currency in the other nations. And then you have aggregate supply curve sloping up and aggregate demand curve sloping down. And you do the same thing for both graphs, but for the 2 different currencies. When you're drawing the graphs in the foreign exchange market, you're going to need arrows. You're going to need the arrow for the shift in supply or demand, and then the shift along the x and y axes. So quantity of that currency and exchange rate of that currency, respectively.
If the exchange rate of a given currency decreases from equilibrium, that currency depreciates in value because its price in the other currency decreases. On the other hand, if the exchange rate of a given currency increases from equilibrium, that currency appreciates in value because it is now worth more in the other currency.
Appreciation and depreciation of a country's currency will impact that country's exports and imports. If a given country's currency appreciates, exports will decrease because the goods will be too expensive for the other country to buy. On the other hand, that country's imports will increase because the foreign good will become more affordable.
Similarly, if a given country's currency depreciates, exports increase and imports decrease. For the first example, income in Japan increases. This allows people in Japan to spend more money on foreign goods. Thus, the supply of the yen in the foreign exchange market will increase, and the demand for the dollar will increase. This causes the yen to depreciate and the dollar to appreciate, meaning Japanese exports increase and American exports decrease.
For the second example, interest rates in Mexico increase relative to America. This means that demand for the peso goes up. This causes an increased supply of the American dollar as it depreciates, and supply goes up because on the foreign exchange market, people are trading dollars for pesos.
For the third and final example, everyone in France wants cheesecake from the USA. This causes the supply of the euro from France to increase in the market and the demand for the dollar to increase in the market as well.